Amvamrinala Dhavala
Amvamrinala Dhavala
Adayenyu Yatharacharam Yatharacharam Visharupena Kinkasche Vishal being deprived, pada
on one leg,
charan,
moving,
vrisha,
bow, rupena, in the form of kim, whether, kaschid, someone, devaha, demigod, naha, us, Harikedayan, causing grief. Prabhu, what's Prabhu's name?
Ajay.
Ajay, can you sit here? Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Vaicharnarvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Then he, Maharaj Parikshit, asked the bull, "Oh, who are you? Are you a bull as white as a white lotus, or are you a demigod? You have lost 3 of your legs and are moving only on one. Are you some demigod causing us grief in the form of a bull?" Report. At least up to the time of Maharaj Parikshit, no one could imagine the wretched conditions of the cow and the bull. Maharaj Parikshit, therefore, was astonished to see such a horrible scene. He inquired whether the bull was not a demigod, assuming such a wretched condition to indicate the future of the cow and the bull. Ambananavadavala, Pader Nuna Padacharan, Krishna Rupena Kim Kaschit, Devo Na Parikedayan, Om Gyan Tmurvasya, Chakshur Militam Eva, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So in this section of Srimad Bhagavatam, we're reading Canto 1, Chapter 17, verse number 7. Chapter is entitled Punishment and Reward of Kali. So why Kali is going to get punished? Because Kali is beating up this bull, and he's only broken 3 of the 4 legs. And now Maharaj Parikshit is on the scene, and Maharaj Parikshit is a Kshatriya. He's the ruler, he's the king. And the duty of the king is to protect the citizens. Kshatriya, to protect. The Kshatriya protects the citizens, the praja, the followers, the children, the dependents, the weak members of society. There are 4 weak members of society that need to be protected. What are those? Number 1, women. Number 2, the old people. Number 3, the children. And number 4, the brahmanas. So these 4 classes need to be protected. Who protects them? Kshatriyas protect them. So Maharaj Parikshit is a Kshatriya. It's his duty to protect. It's his dharma to protect. Suryo Tejo Dhritir Daksham Yudhe Chakla Palayanam Dhanam Ishwaram Bhavascha Kshatram Karma Subhavajam. So in the 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna mentions the different qualities of the Kshatriya. He says, Shuryam Tejo. Tejas means power, it means they have effulgence, it means they have Shakti. Shamo, they're equal to others, they're filled with justice, they're fair. Shamo Damas Tapashucham Dhanam, yeah. Shamo Damas Tapa. I'm mixing these two. There's 18. First is the qualities of the Brahmana. Shamo Damas Tapashucham Shantir Arjavam Evacha Jnanam Vijnanam Astikyam Brahma Karma Subhavajam. These are the qualities of the Brahmana. He's very peaceful, he's very clean, he's very religious, he has knowledge and realization. And Shuryo Tejo Dhritir. Dhritir means the Kshatriya Dhriti is very determined. Daksham, he's very expert. Suryo Tejo Dhritir Daksham. Yudhe Chapya Palayanam. Yud means fight. So he's always at the front of the fight. He's never at the back of the fight. He leads from the front. Yudhe Chapya Palayanam Dhanam. He's very charitable, and he gives charity. He's very generous. Dhanam Ishwaram Bhavascha. He has a controlling nature. Ishwara Bhav. Kshatram Karma Subhavacham. So these are the qualities of the Kshatriya, and these are the qualities of Maharaj Parikshit. Yudhe Chakra Palayanam. He's at the front. So when he found out that the battle was going on with our Kali. Kali is killing the bull. He's beating up the bull. He's damaging the bull. And it's the duty of the Kshatriya to protect the animals, the cows, the bulls. And why is this? Krishna loves cows and bulls. Namo Brahmanya Devaya.
Namo Brahmanya Devaya.
Namo Brahmanya Hitaya Cha.
Namo Brahmanya Hitaya Cha.
Jagadichaya Krishnaya.
Jagadichaya Krishna.
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
So these are the qualities of Lord Krishna. Namo Brahmanya Devaya. He loves the Brahmanas. Go Brahmanya Hitaya Cha. He loves the cows and the bulls. So Maharaj Parikshit, upon meeting Kali, is completely amazed that this person is so demoniac, that he's attacking this bull, and he's broken the 3 legs of Dharma, of the bull. The bull represents Dharma. And in today's verse, he's speaking to the bull directly. He says, who are you? From you. Are you a bull as white as a white lotus? As obviously a white colored bull, very white. Or are you a demigod? Who are you? You have lost 3 of your legs and are moving on only 1. So that's very interesting. Chara charam means moving on non-moving. So he's chara. It's mentioned, the word in the verse used is charan, means moving. So the bull is moving. How is he moving? He's only moving on one leg. How can someone move on one leg? How can the bull move on one leg? Maybe like pogo stick, you know? And when I was a small boy, we had something called a pogo stick. You put your hands here, and you put your feet, and there was a spring. Boing, 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 boing. Like this, you could bounce around just on one leg, on one stick. So maybe the bull is bouncing around on one leg. Somehow he's moving on one leg. It's quite amazing. Can you move on one leg? Only short time, not much. So it's very unusual. So that's why I think maybe you're a demigod. You're moving on one leg. You've lost 3 of your legs. And they ask, are you some demigod causing us grief in the form of a bull? So Parikshit Maharaj has some doubts. Who is this bull actually? Is he just a bull? Or is he a demigod? Or is the representation of Dharma? Who is he? So then Prabhupada, excuse me. Prabhupada writes in the purport, at least up to the time of Maharaj Parikshit, no one could imagine the wretched conditions of the cow and the bull. Because Parikshit Maharaj, this is like Dwapara Yuga, end of Dwapara Yuga, beginning of Kali Yuga. When Krishna, Dharma Pagate, when Dharma left, when Krishna left, then Dharma was present in this world. How? In the form of Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is end of Dwapara Yuga, beginning of Kali Yuga. And you cannot imagine how is a bull being so much damaged and disturbed in this time. So this is amazing. And because it's unusual. Today, in today's age, we have so many slaughterhouses. And it's kind of the quote-unquote normal today that we see hundreds and thousands and lakhs of cows and bulls being slaughtered. But in those days, that was not the norm. That was highly unusual. This is as the event of Kali has come into play. And now we see the presence of Kali so powerfully. So, and we see so many bulls being damaged and destroyed in so many horrific ways. There's one vegetarian group, anti-cruelty to animals, called PETA. And they make videos in the slaughterhouses, and they pay people. They say, we'll give you $1 if you watch this video. They're on the street, they're like street preachers, maybe you've seen. And they have like screens, laptops set up. They say, we'll pay you $1 to watch this video. And just by watching this video, many people become vegetarians. Because in the video, I feel reluctant to tell the full details now in the temple. It's such a horrific description of how the bulls and the cows are tortured. And the procedure in the slaughterhouse is that the animals, the cows and the bulls, are like given an electric shock in order to, so they lose consciousnness. And then after losing consciousness, they're on they're chained up and they're moving on chains. And then people have saws, electric saws, and they cut off their limbs. Oh, this arm is gone, that leg is gone, that leg is gone, that leg is gone, okay. Head is gone. They cut the animals up, you know, they stun them and then they slice them up. But sometimes the stun doesn't work, so they're conscious. So they're having their legs cut off while conscious. Can you imagine someone doing that to you? You know? Sometimes human beings are so horrible, even they do that to other human beings. And this is sort of the horrific realities of the age of Kali. So things are so dark, and the only answer in this age of Kali is Srimad Bhagavatam. Swadharma Pagate, what is that verse? Arko. Light is available in the age of Kali from Srimad Bhagavatam.
Krishna
Swadharma Pagate, Dhamma
Adivisa
Adivi Swaha. Then
Kalo drist mushadesa punarko anubhav.
Puna arko vinodita. So in this age of Kali, Dharma has left. When Krishna left, everything started going to pieces. All this bad influence started happening. But in the age of Kali, this Srimad Bhagavatam is giving arko, is giving light. So it's so important that we come together and study Srimad Bhagavatam, even just a few devotees, because this Srimad Bhagavatam will create the revolution in the lives of the impious civilization. Sargo Janatha Viplavo Yasmin Katishloka Abhagatya Api Namani Anantasya Yashon Kintaniyat Shrunvanti Gayanti Grinanti Sadhavaha. That this Tadvag Visargo Tadvag, these words of Srimad Bhagavatam in the Janata, in the people, Viplavo, will create a revolution. Tadvag Visargo Janata Viplavo Yasmin Pratishlokam Abhagatyapi. That every shloka, Namani Anantasya Ishon Kintaniyat, because Bhagavatam contains the name, the form, pastimes, the qualities, the paraphernalia of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Shrinvanti Grinanti Yaton Kintaniyat. Those who are honest, Shrinvanti, they should hear, and Gayanti, they should chant the Srimad Bhagavatam. So this message of Srimad Bhagavatam is our real wealth and our real contribution to society. How can we benefit society? We can share the message of Srimad Bhagavatam. We're message carriers. And thus it's very important that we regularly study Srila Prabhupada's books so that we can carry this message accurately without changing anything. Just as the postman, if he gives you a check for $1 million, you become very wealthy, even though the postman may not have any money himself. So we're like that postman. We want to take this $1 million check with the message of Srimad Bhagavatam and distribute it. And the conclusion of Srimad Bhagavatam is Harinam Sankirtan. Krishna Varnam Tvisha Krishna, Krishna Varnam Tvisha Krishna, Sangopam Rastra Parshadam,
Sangopam Rastra Parshadam,
Yagnai Sankirtana Prayer,
Yagnai Sankirtana Prayer,
Yajantihi Sumedha Saha.
Yajantihi Sumedha Saha.
Those who are intelligent in this age of Kali, they are Sumedha Saha. Medha Saha means intelligent, and the prefix Su means very much. Superman, super intelligent. Should be at least one joke every class. So in this way, we can practice the teachings of Srimad Bhagavatam by spreading the Yuga Dharma, the loud chanting of
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
So here in this chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, we see Maharaj Parikshit is bewildered, seeing Dharma, the bull, this white as a lotus bull, with 3 legs broken, still moving somehow on one leg. And he's wondering, how is it possible? This bull is moving on one leg. Are you a bull? Are you a demigod? So in the future verses, we'll hear about the discussion between Maharaj Parikshit and Dharma the bull, and understand how this bull is representing Dharma. And Maharaj Parikshit will attempt to protect him and punish Kali. So thank you very much for your kind attention this morning. And this time I'd like to ask if there are any comments or questions. Yes,
Maharaj, I haven't read this verse so far, so that's the reason maybe it has been addressed in the previous verses. So I wanted to check or ask, let's say the bull was is broken with 3 legs, which were representing 3 pillars of life. So was Dharma already broken by that? Because it was starting of Kali Yuga. So in the starting of Kali Yuga itself, 3 legs were broken. Like
It's not like Kali Yuga starts and then everything is vinash, everything is destroyed. It's a gradual process. It's like the seasons, summer, winter, spring, and fall. So like now we're getting to hot season, but it's still April, so it's not peak hot season. Peak hot season comes in May and June. So March and April it's not so hot, but it's more hot than January, February. So it's a gradual transition.
Okay.
It's a gradual transition. Things are gradually getting worse and worse.
Okay.
And then as Satya Yuga is coming, things will gradually improve.
Okay. Yes,
Does that answer your question?
yes, Madam.
और कुछ चाहिए? Yes,
Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. One question, Maharaj, as you heard that mercy and all the three, mercy, austerity and cleanliness, these are all destroyed beginning of Kali Yuga, but truth is maintained.
That's the one leg remaining, truthfulness. So mercy, austerity, cleanliness are gone, and truthfulness is remaining.
So the question is how truth is remaining. We see that sometimes people are lying, so much lying.
Yeah, as Prabhupada said, this is a society of the cheaters and the cheated. So cheating means without truth, truthlessness, less truth, truthlessness, not truthfulness, but truthlessness. So truthlessness is present. So as Prabhuji was asking, is it come immediately? No, but gradually it comes. So even now as Kali Yuga progresses, then 5,000 years ago at the time of Maharaj Parikshit, there was a lot of truthfulness. But now 5,000 years later, as Kali Yuga is progressing, truthlessness is coming more and more. People are getting cheated more and more. We see one of the biggest areas in crime now is the internet crime, the scams. People will call up, they say, this is your bank, but we lost your PIN number. Can you please tell us your PIN number? And then people, they say, oh, you lost my, oh, okay, sure. And they give the PIN number and all of a sudden, all the money is out of their account. It's very common nowadays. So this is the big crime, cheating, more and more crime. The cyber crime is an indication of more and more truthlessness in this world. That fourth leg is getting broken like that. So yeah, truthfulness is going, it's going. All four legs are getting broken now. So only one solution. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Does that answer your question? Thank you so much.
Maharaj, in Satya Yuga, all the four legs were present. In the Treta Yuga, one leg was broken. In Dwapara Yuga, two legs were broken. In Kali Yuga, three legs were broken. Is that correct?
That's not my understanding. My understanding is that as Kali Yuga came into, Kali Yuga is the age where these legs are getting broken. And even in Treta Yuga with Lord Ram, there was so much Dharma. In Dwapara Yuga with Krishna, there was so much Dharma. But as Dwapara Yuga is coming close to Kali, so even in Dwapara Yuga or the end of Dwapara Yuga, things were starting to get disturbed. Just like when you're coming to the summer season, even before summer, it begins to get hot. Like now it's not yet summer, but during the day it's very hot. So similarly, even in Dwapara Yuga, some of these sinful activities were starting to manifest. We see when, although of course it's the Leela of the Lord, but when Parikshit went to see Shomak Rishi and he put the snake around him, and his son Stringi, his son Stringi cursed him. So there we see the beginnings. Even though Kali Yuga had not hit yet, still it was starting to manifest like that.
And the three legs that are broken in Kali Yuga, Do we know like which one was the first leg broken, which was the second leg broken, which was the third leg broken? In what sequence?
I'm not sure. I have to check with the Bhagavatam. I have to do some research. Get back to you. Does anyone remember in Bhagavatam? One leg is broken first, or all three are broken at the same time? Is there any mention?
I think gambling and cleanness, they go together, right?
Gambling and cleanliness is related to illicit sex. And gambling is related to satyam, truthfulness. So truthfulness is related, it's getting broken down by gambling. And then there's the cleanliness and the mercy, that's meat eating, right?
Yeah.
Meat eating. And there was one more, austerity, that's broken by the intoxication. Intoxication. So I don't know, you're asking, is there an order in which they're broken? So I'm just checking index. Okay. So it is mentioned in this chapter that he saw the Shudra. Maharaj saw the lower caste Shudra dressed like a king, beating the cow and bull with a club. And they were the bull and the cow were so afraid, and her legs were being beaten. And then Maharaj spoke to the Shudra, "Who are you? What are you doing? How dare you do this?" So there's no mention in this chapter of which leg is broken first. It's just mentioned that he sees them beating the legs of the cow. Let's see the previous chapter.
Maharaj,
Yeah.
just we say Krite Dhyayato Vishnu Tretayam Yajyate Makhe Dwapare Paricharyana. These all terms are connected to those, just like in Satyuga, people used to do tapasya and dhyan. So this is my understanding. In Dwapar Yuga, they were doing deity worship. For that, they need cleanliness. And in Treta Yuga, they were doing yajna. For that, they need related to this. Can you understand? You know better.
Well, the idea is not that I know better, but our acharyas know better. So we cannot speculate this kind of description or tika or tatparya. If it's there in the acharyas, we can go ahead. But we cannot say this is my understanding or my opinion or my ideas. We cannot invent things. And to say, okay, we need cleanliness for deity worship, but cleanliness is also required for yajna. So unless you can show me valid tika from one of our acharyas or that explanation, we cannot accept it. Okay? Thank you very much. So I'm just looking at the end of the last chapter, and there's no mention of the sequence. So there's no mention of the sequence. There's only mention that, at least in the sections that we've read so far, maybe going deeper into this chapter, maybe it would be there. Looking again in text 7, chapter 17. So Parikshit Maharaj is talking to the bull in today's verse, and then he's saying that, telling the bull, "Don't worry, I'll take care of you. I'll kill this wretched man because he's violent." And he says, "O son of Sarabi, who has cut off your 3 legs?" So when Maharaj Parikshit comes on the scene, 3 legs are already gone. So there's no description of which one comes first, because he didn't come on the scene and see them go one by one. When Maharaj Parikshit came on the scene, all 3 are already gone. At least in the description of the verses themselves. Maybe in the purport, some acharyas given further descriptions. So You have to look in Srila Prabhupada's purports or the purports of the previous acharyas to try to find that further information. But in the verses of Srimad Bhagavatam itself, the description starts with the 3 legs of Loka. Is that clear? Yeah. Okay. Grantara Srila Bhagavatam ki
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
बोलिए श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य स्वामी महाराज की
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Okay, nice